This is about asthma. What I need to know in the very beginning, before you go one more sentence into this video, are you the type of patient who wants to get well if it requires your active participation? Or are you the type of asthma suffering patient who would rather condemn yourself to symptom control modalities because you'll only be willing to take a passive role? You see, asthma has tripped many of us doctors up for many years. I'm taught to believe by implication the allergen is usually in the environment, so take your immune modulating medicine. But what if, I asked myself years ago, what if I took a bite of food into my body that was activating my immune system, and that would be at least 1 trillion times a dose, and the environmental allergens, that if it all remained a problem, they would pale once I took away the 1 trillion times a dose. And to my glee, it helps people get their breathing back, but the critical point is they have to stick with 100% avoiding the causative food. And it may shock you that the causative food 75 to 90% of the time is dairy. And then it may even further shock you that many of the asthma medicines contain dairy as a filler or in the propellant of the inhaler, and that obviously is counterproductive if you ever want to get off of your medication, because when the medicine starts wearing off because it contains trace dairy, it perpetuates your disease. So there are some asthma medicines that do not contain dairy. There are few, but they're effective. Mineral balance is also an important consideration if you desire to begin healing from asthma. Not commonly appreciated, but true, is the fact that the enzyme in your body, mostly in your lungs, that inactivates histamine, the major cause of asthma, requires zinc. Well, how many times has your doctor checked you for zinc insufficiency? More commonly appreciated by at least the holistic medical doctors is the lack of magnesium, and that promotes spasm of your airways. That's also, if you've already undergone formal allergy testing at a conventional doctor's office, I may have some bad news for you. They're only checking the immediate arm of your immune system almost always. That's the standard. What I have learned over the years, your asthma is mostly coming from the delayed arm of your immune system, and that must be checked out thoroughly. And that's where I've learned the majority of asthma is coming from dairy.